Thanks to the support as a channel member, Aaron Bick. Well, despite being in rubbish form all season, it looks like most of the other teams in this division are a little bit rubbish this year as well. And with 11 games to go, we're still only 5 points away from the playoffs. We could still do this. We absolutely don't deserve to, but it is possible if today goes well. Hello, welcome to part 26 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have games against Green Bay and Texas United, both in the league since you were last with me. We've actually probably, I would say it might be our best run of form of the season. We still conceded 5 goals against top of the table Baltimore Christos, but we have won 3 of our last 5 games, only losing 1 of them. We are in reasonable form going into these couple of games, and it does leave the league table looking like this. Yes, we're down in 8th place, but the other pre-season promotion favourites, Rhode Island, are down here with us. So I take that as my solace from the situation. But the important thing is we're only actually 5 points behind New Amsterdam 2. Baltimore Christos and Core Valley are probably uncatchable at this point by any of the chasers. But I would say everyone from New Amsterdam 2 down to us is in with a real chance. Texas United, are we thinking if they can beat us in the second game today, they've got a chance of getting in the mix. But realistically, I think they probably don't. And as soon as teams in this group of 6 start to lose games, I think they start to drop out as well. So we've got to keep our reasonable run of form going, which means we've got to beat Green Bay. Green Bay are down in 15th place. They're definitely a team we should be able to beat. But based on how things have been going this season, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. This is the team that we're going to be putting out there for that game. In fact, I think we've done a couple more. Did we do more transfers? When did the transfer window end? I don't think you've met some of these guys. The only ones who've really come in and actually changed the team. You met Jorge Hernandez yesterday. The other 2 have actually come into the first team. Travis Cullen, who's a new centre-back / right-back who came in from Boston City, previously of Seacoast United, and Lionel Garza, who I signed initially to play as a centre-back, but actually he's been playing for us mostly in central midfield in the Goncalves role because he was injured and Garza came in and was really good at it. And he came in from Merrimack United, previously of Boston. Did anyone leave? Anyone significant leave? Not really. Ian Spink left. Oliver Moore left. None of them are that significant, really, though. It's just turnover of players who aren't really good enough to get in our team. And that's kind of what's happened with the players that have come in as well. As you can see, we're going with Garza and Goncalves in midfield today. Why has Past Kev done that? Is something. Why is every team on here? Where's Briones? That's who we're looking for. What's wrong with him? Why is he not in the team? Past Kev, what are you up to? Oh, there he is. Why is Briones not in the team? I guess that must be a form decision. Because Garza and Hernandez have been playing well. So we'll go with it. If Pascal thinks that's the right thing to do, there's no obvious reason why he's doing it, but we'll let him do it. Huyan and Sanchez are both injured, but fit enough to be on the bench. So Jorge Hernandez is going to be out on the wing, which means a return to the team for Stone. And this is the full 11. Saunders in goal, a back 4 of Nice, Sullivan, Brook and Garlic. Goncalves and Garza in midfield. Williams and Hernandez out wide. Stone and Tuther Hernandez up front. Must win game. So we must win it. That's what must-win games are. I don't know if we have necessarily been following that script this season, though. We're. I mean, as you know full well, we're a very frustrating team this year. I still don't really know what's caused it because, as we've seen last year, this team playing this system got nearly 100 points. This year, we're going to be lucky to get to 70. I'd be surprised if we got to 70. 70 might be enough to get us promoted. Who knows? Might be enough to get us into those playoffs. But we showed last year when we were good, we bottled the playoffs. So I can't imagine this version of this team is going to be any good going into the playoffs this time around, even if we make it there. But we have to dream. They've got a Jay Hernandez in their team as well. There's just Jay Hernandez is everywhere in this league. I wonder is that a really common surname and initial in America? Jay Hernandez? There seems to be an awful lot of them knocking about the place. They need another way to identify them on the pitch because we've got 2. They've got 1 as a striker as well. So 3 strikers on the pitch, all with the initials Jay Hernandez. It's a commentator's dream. Garlic has picked up an injury. the assistant manager's suggesting bringing on Briones, which seems like a terrible idea. Do we not have a right back on the bench? Travis Cullen stood right there. He can just come on and slot into that role easy enough. He's done that plenty of times. And we do actually have, talking of tactics, we have an away system that we've used occasionally, a 4-4-2 direct counter-attacking that we've used for some of our bigger away games. It doesn't really work, which is why we're not using it very often, but it is there as an option now. I've tried to be a little bit more sensible with how we're playing. We used it in the game against Baltimore and they scored 5 against us, so it's no guarantee of keeping the game tight. I just don't think we're capable of keeping the game tight because our defence is trash. But hopefully we continue to score lots of goals through this guy, Jackson Hernandez, playing it back to Williams. Hernandez has got it back again. Crosses looking for Stone. It ends up being cleared as far as Gaza. Gaza to Goncalves, who's playing it over the top for Stone. It's a lovely pass and a lovely finish from Stephen Stone. An 11th goal of the season for him on 66 minutes to put us 1-0 up. It's Bourne 1, Green Bay, something beginning with V, 0. And that is a very, very important goal. Because, like I said beforehand, must-win game. If we've got any hope of getting into these playoffs, we can't be dropping points. That puts us up to 53 points. It looks like the team in possession in that third place spot are winning as well. So it's still a 5-point gap. We're not gonna close this gap quickly because obviously teams at the top of the league don't drop many points, which is why it's so important that we don't drop any either if we're going to have any chance of backdoor keving a promotion out of this season. Hernandez now to Williams. Williams playing it across, looking for the other Hernandez, but can't find him. And now Green Bay have got the opportunity to get an attack going. Goncalves has just let their player run straight past him with ease. We're effectively playing 2 centre-backs in central midfield today and still not getting hold of that midfield properly. I know there's probably an argument we could put some creativity in there, but we're just trying to be solid. I guess we could make him a ball-winning midfielder to try and make it even more solid in there, but theoretically, he's better as a central midfielder on defend than he is as a ball-winning midfielder, and it's certainly a role I'd rather see him use. Ball-winning midfielders just run around like headless chickens sometimes. Right, I would quite like to bring on Hu Yan, but is it a good idea? I mean, I guess it's probably always a good idea to bring on Hu Yan. He can play on the left for us today, and we are going to bring on Briones in the midfield just for energy in there. We're going to take off Goncalves. Gaza can go back across to play in the more defensive role that he was playing while Goncalves was injured. And now Hernandez which Hernandez is this? This is Jorge, isn't it? The number 9. 2 attempts at getting a cross in. Fails with both of them. The ball is cleared and our defender misses the header. And now Hernandez is through. But this time we do get a block. Tier 8. Beautiful thing. Love tier 8 football. Lumped forward looking for Stone. And Stone somehow comes away with the ball and then just forgets to run and kicks the ball into a Green Bay defender. I mean, it's always fun at tier 8. You never quite know what's going to happen. Cross comes in. Everyone misses the header. But by everyone, I mean everyone on both teams, thankfully. And the follow-up they should have scored from. That is a big chance that they've headed wide. And we are clinging on to this a little bit at the moment. Still that 5-point gap to whoever it is up in third place. I keep forgetting the name of the team. Have we won a penalty? I don't even know what we've won that for. Was there a handball in there? I didn't really notice a foul, but Stephen Stone with the chance to double his tally for the day, and he does. It's a very good penalty. It's 2-0 to Bourne, and that should be enough to secure us a victory today. Stephen Stone was poor earlier in the season when he had no real competition for his place. Since he's had this little run back in the team for the last couple of games, he seems to be back to his best again and starting to score goals, which is perfect timing, really. If Hu Yan can come back in from his injury and recapture his form of last year as well, we could genuinely win every game we've got left for the rest of the season, because we went long spells with consecutive wins last year. I think, did we win our first 10 games of the season consecutively last year? It was us and Charlotte Academy just going win for a long, long time until we played them, and we never really recovered from the disappointment of that day, I don't think, and it kind of cost us for the rest of the season. Goal disallowed at the death there. It finishes 2-0 to us. Excellent stuff. Now we just need to win the next one too. And away from home is proving to be a lot more challenging than at home for us this season. So the next one takes on even more importance because it's a team who are definitely in the mix as well. Texas United, I think they're directly below us in the league. They are. Amsterdam did win. I mean, a win against Texas could potentially put us all the way up to 4th if other results go our way. But it's a big ask expecting us to go there and win. Couple of changes for the Texas game. Then Huyan's fit enough to come back in. So Jorge Hernandez drops down to the bench. I would have put him back up front if Stone hadn't got 2 goals in that last game. I think it probably would have been a little bit harsh on Stone to drop him after the way he played in that match. Although Jorge Hernandez is the striker in form. Surely I can't drop Jackson Hernandez. That would be insane. Maybe I can play. How can I play all 3? By dropping Huyan, who's not been in form. I don't think I can bring myself to do that either. Briones comes back in midfield as well. So Garza drops out of the side in there. Garlick's not fully fit. I suppose I could have brought Cullen in from the start. Oh, well, I didn't. We'll be fine. Right, pick up where you left off last time out, boys and girls. If we can make this back-to-back victories, I might just start to believe this season won't be a write-off after all. Are we wearing the sexy yellow kits? I don't know that we've ever worn the sexy yellow kits in a video before. These kits are going to be on sale soon, not just the sexy yellow ones, all 3 of the Bourne kits, but this one is absolutely my favourite. I actually think this might be the one that ends up framed on the office wall because it is such a cool kit. And I like the fact we're actually wearing it in a video, which is nice. Hopefully it's going to bring us good luck. I can't remember. We've only worn it 3 or 4 times ever, I think. There should be a statistic in the game where it tracks how you do in the different kits. I know it's a stupid statistic because obviously it shouldn't matter, but we're football fans. That means we're naturally a superstitious bunch. And if we've never lost in the yellow kit, then we want to wear the yellow kit all the time. That's how football works. It doesn't matter if it's statistically logical. Jackson nods it down to Briones and then Nice is there to play the ball forward to Williams. Williams with the cross. Hernandez somehow... I don't know what's happened there. It's ended up as an own goal. Jackson Hernandez missed his opportunity twice and somehow we still got rewarded with a goal. We've got to have a look at this from behind the goal, just for comedy value more than anything. So Nice played it forward to Williams. Williams with a cross. Hernandez then misses it, catches up with it, hits the post, and then it goes across the line. The defender clears it into the back of the goalkeeper and we're 1-0 up. Maybe luck's with us. Wouldn't it be nice if our fortunes are turning as we head towards this business end of the season? So that score, as it stands, would put us up to 6th place, just 3 points behind New Amsterdam there. And that is huge. If we can, there'll be there 9 games to go. We can make up 3 points in 9 games as long as we don't get rubbish again. So we're hoping the Denton Diablos do us a favour today. And I mean, if they could grab a goal against New Amsterdam and actually defeat them, that would be ideal. But as long as we're closing the gap on them, it doesn't really matter how we're closing the gap. So I'll take a draw there. I'd be very happy to blow the final whistles everywhere right now because everything seems to be going in our favour currently. Can we have the final whistles, please, referee? The Baltimore Christos are actually drawing as well. They're having a little bit of a wobble. I mean, they're so far clear, it's not going to matter. They're going to go up automatically, I'm sure. But they are having a little bit of a wobble after thumping us. There's a few teams that have tested them. I mean, we scored 3 times against them. If we actually had a defence, I think we'd have had a good chance of beating them. Stone with the ball forward to Hernandez. What a pass. Jackson Hernandez now grabs his 22nd goal of the season. We're 2-0 up just before the 70-minute mark. Never count Jackson Hernandez out. There's always a goal in him, even when he appears to be playing poorly. That's why we can't drop him. We've just had some bad news appear at the bottom of the screen, though. New Amsterdam have just gone ahead in their game against the Denton Diablos. So the gap is going to be 5 points still after this game. Regardless, that's assuming we manage to hold on to our 2-0 lead from here. We are going to take off Huyan and bring on Hernandez because Huyan wasn't fully fit going in. Likewise, Garlic. Cullen can come on for him. And we'll just do another straight swap Garza for Goncalves and do a KEV treble on the 70-minute mark. I've taken my hands off the mouse. That's when you know I'm pretty comfortable with how things are going. Amsterdam have had a red card, but it looks like it was in the first half, well before their goal actually went in. So I imagine it's not going to have too much of an impact on the outcome of that game. If they can go away from home against a decent mid-table side, get a player sent off in the first half and still win, then I don't know. It matters how well we play for the rest of the season. They're probably not going to give up on that 3rd spot. That is a good goal from Texas that is going to make these final few minutes troublesome. I don't want to see the replay. The hands back on the mouse because I don't want tension. I want comfort. I'm a man who enjoys comfort. I like a comfortable chair, and it's still a secret chair at the moment. I'll tell you about the chair at some point. But I like a comfortable chair, and I like to be 3-0 up with 20 minutes to go. We did manage to hold on. Hopefully, there's a late goal from Denton that we didn't see come through, and we get a little bit of good news to finish off the episodes, because 2 wins is great, but if it's still a 5-point gap, we're actually worse off than we were at the start of the episode, because at the start of the episode, it's a 5-point gap with 11 games to go. It's now a 5-point gap with 9 games to go. We have moved up to 6th place in the league, and we are in form, but New Amsterdam need to drop some points, or else it doesn't really matter. We are going to be back. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably just do the final couple of games of the season tomorrow, unless something significant happens between now and then. I think tomorrow is going to be the season finale, and fingers crossed, we'll find a way to sneak into those playoffs. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.